Hey guys, welcome back to Odrick Sports. Colton Hall here with Jamie Santure, the interim head basketball coach for the Spearfish Spartans, the girls. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So really wanted to kind of get in here and just kind of talk about the upcoming season and everything. I know that Coach Johnson is having a child, so lots of prayers and congratulations out to her. So first of all, as you kind of step in here, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure, yeah. So I graduated high school from Douglas, Wyoming. So I was a part of, lucky enough to be a part of a back-to-back state championship team there. So then I moved on and played at a JUCO in Colby, Kansas. And then I finished my career in Northern Colorado. And then I was a grad assistant there for a year. And I still had kind of dreams to go to play overseas. So I got to spend a short amount of time over in Germany before hurting my knee. And so came back, and that's what brought me to Spearfish, though, I came back to get my teaching degree at BH.
Sweet.
And I've been in the area ever since, so it's been kind of great. So I've been teaching for 10 years now, going on 8 in Spearfish. And just kind of I've got to coach at the youth level with Junior League and at the middle school level. And then now I think this is my 4th year with Coach Johnson at the high school.
Well, you can definitely see a lot of success that you guys have had over the years. And how do you feel that when we talk about your expertise, how do you kind of feel like that's kind of played into that?
I think I have a rounded experience. I have a lot of different experiences. So I'm all the way up to the college. Funny story is I've actually coached Coach Johnson. So not to age myself, but I was a student assistant with Nori when I was going to school, when I was getting my degree. And so actually Coach Winches and Coach Johnson, I helped out at that point in time. So I kind of knew her before she got this job. And so it's been really cool to kind of see her growth from being a player to now a head coach, and just all the success she's had has been awesome to see. So. Oh,
absolutely. As far as the season goes, I know that while Miss Johnson's out, kind of sounds like she'll be back after the Jamboree coming up and everything. What are your expectations for the season?
Yeah, I think it's the same. I think we're going to be competitive. These kids, this group of kids that we have, aren't afraid of hard work, and they show up every day. They do the little things. Which is what we ask, and that's all you can ask of those kids, that they're a unique group as far as these seniors are all multi-sport athletes, which I think in today's world is not as common. So I think that allows them to bring other experiences to the court, and I think it'll benefit us. It's not going to be easy, I don't think. Playing a AA schedule is always going to be difficult because those teams are good teams. Yep. But I think that we will definitely compete.
Awesome. So with some key starters leading, like Miss Josie Dana, Micah Shooting, as we like to call her on the show, it seems like there is going to be a little bit up in the air. What do you think, or who do you think are some players that Spartans fans should be keeping an eye on?
Yeah, that's a tough question for me as a coach, personally, and it's just because we appreciate what those alumni have done.
Yeah,
obviously.
Absolutely.
Put the work that they put in, and with Coach Johnson on changing the culture here and kind of turning the program into what it is. So obviously super thankful for them, and will be missed. But also as a coach, we have to kind of be where our feet are, and focusing on this year. And so with that, I think we have a really good group of seniors that are going to be our leaders. So we have 5 of them. And kind of like what I mentioned earlier is that they're unique in that they all are multi-sport athletes. So you have Kate Scharf, who's coming off an all-conference soccer season, and then you have Callie Reiners and Addie Bowman, who both volleyball, and then Taylor Vitto, also volleyball, and then Addie and Taylor are both going to do track after. So it's just a unique, and then Tiersten Grubb also with rodeo, so which is not one that you typically think of, but the demands of rodeo are pretty insane. So all their experiences collectively, I think if we can get them to come together and bring those to the basketball court, I think is going to be huge for us.
Oh, absolutely. So what do you think and that's kind of another question I had, is when you talk about building the program, what do you think are keys to building a program, having continued success, all that, especially having a couple of trips to the state tournament the last couple of years?
Yeah, I wish Coach Johnson was here to answer that question, right? Because ultimately she's kind of done that. We've been lucky enough to be a part of that. But I think it's consistency, and I think she would say the same thing. Showing up every day. She's such a good example of she's not afraid to be herself. The girls know what they're going to get with her, and they look up to her for that. I think she exudes confidence, and I think that has really trickled down to our girls. I see a big difference from when they enter the gym now. To where the expectation is we're going to win, right? And so that's what we hope to keep instilling in our youth, in our lower levels, and I think Coach Winches and Coach Bentley do an excellent job at that. And so as long as we can continue, that's kind of what's going to keep the needle moving, is just having those kids knowing what the expectation is, and like, this is what we're doing. And when we say we're going to do something, we do. And that's Coach's kind of philosophy, and we will, we will show up to lifting, we will show up to open gyms, even when we don't want to, right? So all those things I think are key to building a program.
Absolutely. And then finally, does the offensive philosophy change with the new players, or not even necessarily new players, but like the leadership that you kind of talked about?
Yeah, I think high school basketball in general, you have to change, just because it's not, like in college, you kind of have the freedom to kind of have, this is what we're doing no matter what, because then you can recruit kids to that program and that philosophy. Luckily for us, I think that, I don't necessarily think our philosophy is going to change. It's just kind of tweaking and adapting to what's going to put our athletes in the position to be the most successful. And that changes throughout the season, from day 1 to whatever, day 300 it feels like. But we have to figure out what's going to work.
Yeah.
And I think that we did the same thing last year. And so I don't necessarily think it changes. It just evolves.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. You have to, I know it as a coach, you guys do a tremendous job of definitely being where your feet are, like you said, and just kind of seeing what you have from there. So, as far as, the upcoming season, anything, is there anything else you'd like to add?
I don't think so. We're excited.
Awesome.
Excited to get going.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for coming on and everything, and good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.